Hello everyone, good evening. You've found GTB-Fi. I'm so glad you came to dance with me and my golden tiger. This channel is all about sharing my personal experiences and casual chats about life. Tonight, let's explore a very practical theory together, using the wisdom of the art of war, written over 2,000 years ago, to help us survive in the modern office. In this first episode, we'll discuss the most classic chapter, laying plans. All right. Let's officially begin today's content. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu starts by saying, "War is a matter of vital importance to the state, a matter of life or death, the road either to survival or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected." So, what does war have to do with us office workers? If a real war comes, we can just run away. Not exactly. Think about it. Every decision we make daily, whether it's job hunting, changing jobs, taking on a new project, negotiating with the boss, or even casual chats with colleagues, are essentially small battles in the workplace. These workplace battles can significantly impact our financial future, so we absolutely cannot handle them carelessly.
How can we avoid being careless?
So, Sun Tzu proposed the key to determining victory or defeat, the theory of the 5 fundamentals. The 5 fundamentals are the way, heaven, earth, the commander, and method and discipline. The way causes the people to be in complete accord with their ruler. This translates to whether the company's philosophy aligns with your personal values. If you often feel what I'm doing is meaningless, or your boss constantly gives you pointless instructions that make you furious, then it's likely you and the company are not on the same path. Heaven signifies night and day, cold and heat, times and seasons. For example, is the market for this industry good? Is the company expanding or laying people off? These broader environmental factors are the heavenly timing. To succeed, one must know how to act at the right moment. Earth comprises distances great and small, danger and security, open ground and narrow passes, the chances of life and death. First, when starting a new job, one thing we definitely notice is how close the workplace is to home. Then, what's your work environment like? An open-plan office with the boss sitting right in front of you? Or behind you? Or are there partitions around your desk offering some privacy? Or perhaps you even have your own room? Also, how are the colleagues' seats arranged? These are all questions of Earth, which can affect daily work psychology and performance. The commander stands for the virtues of wisdom, sincerity, benevolence, courage, and strictness. Of course, this refers to what kind of person your superior is. Are they capable, trustworthy, and do they know how to look after their subordinates? Conversely, if you are in management, you should ask yourself if you are a qualified commander, possessing the qualities just mentioned. Method and discipline are to be understood as the marshalling of the army in its proper subdivisions, the graduations of rank among the officers, the maintenance of roads by which supplies may reach the army, and the control of military expenditure. Think, is your company's system clear? Are rewards and punishments fair? Is the workflow smooth? A company without rules and order, where work is chaotic, means the method is unsound. Working there will be very strenuous. Sun Tzu said that by using these 5 fundamentals as a basis for comparison and analysis, one can forecast the likelihood of victory. In today's terms, we can apply this like this. Before a job interview, don't just look at the salary. Use the 5 fundamentals to analyze the company. First, is the corporate culture suitable for you? What are the industry prospects? Is the work location and environment suitable for you? What is the future boss like? How are the company benefits and systems? Aren't these precisely what Sun Tzu called the way, heaven, earth, the commander, and method and discipline? After an interview, considering these 5 fundamentals allows you to calculate whether this job is truly worth taking. Once you're settled in the job and constantly facing new projects, you can also use the 5 fundamentals from the art of war to evaluate whether a new project is suitable for you to take on. First, are the project's goals clear? Is the timing right? Are the resources the company is investing in this project sufficient? Who is the team leader? Are they reliable? And is the company's support adequate? Think through these points before agreeing to take on the project. Of course, given the current global situation, the overall heavenly timing for the entire planet seems bad. So what can we do? This shows how brilliant Sun Tzu was. Over 2,000 years ago, he knew the world would become a dangerous place. Thus, he left behind this most poignant statement. Now, the general who wins a battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. The general who loses a battle makes but few calculations beforehand. Thus do many calculations lead to victory, and few calculations to defeat. How much more no calculation at all? So before making any workplace decision, we absolutely cannot lie flat or act impulsively. We must calculate. For example, you want to go into your boss's office and perform a dance, hoping they'll give you a raise. Then you need thorough preparation. First, prepare your past achievements and data. While dancing with the boss, show them this data. It will help this part of your performance gain the boss's appreciation. Then, even if your dance is excellent, the boss might still say it's not good enough. So you need to predict in advance. What reasons might the boss use to reject you? Plan how to counter them. Also, choosing the right timing is crucial. For instance, act when the company's performance is good, or right after you've successfully completed a major project, then go into the office and dance. The boss, seeing your good performance and your great dance moves, and having no valid reason to refuse, will have no choice but to give you that raise. Therefore, the core spirit of the Laying Plans chapter in The Art of War isn't necessarily about teaching scheming or cutthroat competition. It's about urging us to face workplace challenges consciously and with a plan. There's also a little-known secret, I must let you know. The Art of War doesn't just tell us to use strategy more often. It literally takes us by the hand and teaches us when to use what strategy. These teachings are what later generations called the 12 Stratagems of Deception. Sun Tzu said, "When able to attack, we must seem unable. When using our forces, we must seem inactive. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe we are far away. When far away, we must make him believe we are near." Simply put, don't let others know your full capabilities immediately. You might finish a report in just 1 hour, but that doesn't mean you have to submit it right away and show off everywhere. Instead, you can strategically pause, think about when is the most appropriate time to submit your work, and act more prudently. This is able to attack, seem unable, using forces, seem inactive.
So it's telling me to hide my abilities? Isn't that hypocritical?
Not at all. This isn't hypocrisy. It's a form of strategic self-protection and a method to increase your success rate. For example, your immediate supervisor leaves and you want their position. Don't directly rush to the boss and say, "Promote me. I'm capable." Instead, appear unmoved on the surface, but work diligently behind the scenes. Casually offer to help with relevant tasks, and inadvertently make the boss discover that you are actually the most suitable person for promotion. Another example, during a meeting discussing a contract, you clearly want the other party to adopt your Plan A, but you should also propose Plan B and Plan C, which aren't too far from your own interests. This makes the other party feel your proposal isn't so single-minded, that you are well prepared and handle matters thoroughly, making it easier to close the deal with the client. Isn't this the core of when near makes seem far, when far makes seem near? The text mentions, hold out baits to entice the enemy. Why? In today's society, we can interpret this as benefit and befriend, using the friend character. Want colleagues to help? Then try your best to help with minor office chores when you can. If someone asks you something and you know the answer, teach them friendly. Those who make more friends and fewer enemies will undoubtedly be more successful than over 80% of people. Encounter an unreasonable, loudmouth colleague? Smile at them, turn away, and ignore them. I guarantee 100% they will be even angrier than you. Isn't this avoid the strong? When facing unreasonable people and situations, evade temporarily and take action at the appropriate time. Attack him where he is unprepared, appear where you are not expected. This isn't about telling you to harm others, that's low level. It's about telling you to achieve results where others least expect it. For instance, everyone is competing for the same big client. You usually appear very laid back. But secretly, you've been taking action, conceiving a brand new idea that no one else thought of, while simultaneously preparing an extremely considerate proposal. Finally, you secure this major client because of this. Then you've already won completely. Therefore, the core of the entire 12 stratagems of deception isn't to teach you to be treacherous, but to teach you to become a nobler existence more powerful than the treacherous. Within absolute capability and thorough planning, know when to temporarily avoid conflict and act flexibly according to the environment. If you can master even a few of these 12 stratagems, you will realize you had underestimated yourself all along, and those who see your true capabilities won't dare to provoke you easily. I, B-Fi, highly encourage everyone to seriously read the full original text of the Laying Plans chapter in The Art of War. It will definitely benefit you greatly. Let's stop being Buddha-like office workers, foolishly waiting for fate to arrange things for you. Starting today, learn to plan before you act. Understand that every era has its strong and its failures. Every era has commoners who rise up, and also prodigal sons who squander their inheritance. The earth has always been dangerous. The era Sun Tzu lived in was the spring and autumn period, even more chaotic than the Warring States period. Yet it produced fierce individuals like Sun Tzu. So study hard and strive forward, brothers and sisters. This episode of Wondrous Thoughts concludes. Next time, we will discuss the Waging War chapter, teaching you how to manage your resources and ammunition in the workplace. If you like my channel, please give it a like, share it, and subscribe. You are most welcome to leave comments below and speak your mind freely. Let's encourage and inspire each other in this cold, indifferent city. We'll see you in the next episode. Wish you all a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.